Rob says, keeping Bitcoin on my ledger. Is there any way I can lose it other than someone getting my keys? Keys are safe, but I'm still worried. Nah. I probably would be too, Rob. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's put this one on the back burner for 1 sec. Actually, you know what? Let's dive into this right now while we're hot. So last week I did a video on cold storage tips, and it actually got a lot of traction on YouTube over the weekend. But I forgot to mention one thing, and that's kind of what I saw a video on it this morning. And so I forget what my advice was, honestly. I think I had 3 things, and I don't know if I can refresh them or not off the top of my memory. I think it was get something with an air gapped, like not Ledger, Cold Card, Jade, and the Passport wallet that we had here. That's number 1. Eliminate your single point of failure, which is 2. So either use a passphrase, use a multi-signature setup, but eliminate your single point of failure. And the other one I was thinking of after that, actually on Friday, I was thinking I missed this one. The third one is make sure you get it from a manufacturer. Don't be buying it on eBay, Amazon, local marketplace. The only place you should be buying a device from is directly from the manufacturer. And then this morning, of course, just how the universe works here for us, it popped up on my feed, and it's from 21st Capital, and it talks about the same kind of thing. So let's bring this up. Sorry for the mouse movement there. So let's watch this. This is a minute and a half talking about cold storage. So this is kind of like the other tip there is get it directly from the manufacturer.
Now, what's really important to us is how to protect ourselves against such attack. Well, if you understand what's happening, someone is taking control of the hardware wallet or some of the components that are coming from suppliers throughout the supply chain, right? So what you really have to be careful is, first of all, be very judicious in what hardware wallet company you choose and whether they have sufficient protections and quality control. But also you got to make sure that you acquire the hardware wallet through safe and secure channels. Okay, so here I have a few tips for you to be able to protect yourself better. So first of all, you have to verify the authenticity of the hardware wallet device. The best way to do that is to acquire the wallet directly from the manufacturer, or if they have an official retailer, work with those. Second, be wary of discounts. Discounts are the primary mechanism where people can convince you to buy from a third party. Be cautious of unusually low prices, as they may indicate counterfeit or compromised products. Keep your hardware wallet's firmware updated to address any known vulnerabilities. If the manufacturer identifies a problem and solves it, you have to update the firmware to also patch that vulnerability in your hardware device. Lastly, be very careful with physical security. After you have acquired your hardware wallet, you should not let anyone have physical access to it.
Perfect timing. Thanks, whoever that guy was. 21st Capital. So just one more time there to go over it once again. I would say I don't think the brand matters too much. I see a question here. If you could choose between Passport versus Cold Card, what is your choice for everyday use? I still think that Cold Card is the top. That's the one I use, so I should believe that. But again, we went over the Passport last week, and the one nice thing about the Passport is he was just talking about the verification of your firmware. I found that process extremely easy on the Passport. All I did, I went to the website, I plugged in my micro SD card, I downloaded the file, the new update, the firmware update on the SD card. I ejected it, I plunked it into the Passport at the top, and I updated it very easily. So, I mean, you have to be very careful with which website you're going to, obviously. But in this case, it's Passport's website. So I thought that process was very, very simple. But in terms of the hardware wallet itself, like I said, I would say Coldcard, Passport, Jade, probably the top three. The thing you got to keep in mind there is you want something to be air gapped. And this question from Rob here in terms of the ledger, if you've ever plugged in your hardware device into your USB port into your laptop, I would consider getting something new. You're probably safe. 99% sure you'd be safe even if you plugged it into a laptop, but there's still a chance. And I wouldn't want to be taking any chances with Bitcoin. Most people, if you're at this stage right now, you've worked, you've taken your life's energy, your efforts, and you put it into Bitcoin in hopes to store it there for a long time and then some. But the last thing you want to have happen is just be careless with it and kind of cheap out on the device, cheap out on the time that you put into learning how to use it. And it's gone. Wake up one day and it's gone. All that work, all that effort, gone. So yeah, Rob, I would say strongly consider getting a Coldcard or a Passport or a Jade. One of those three, I would say. Market Anarchy, Coldcard with a hidden wallet, Decoy. Great advice. That eliminates your single point of failure. You set up a password or your passphrase, and that's where your new wallet is. That's where your majority of your Bitcoin is stored. And then for your standard wallet, your 12 or 24 words, that's where you kind of keep about 5 or 10% of it. So if somebody did gain access to it, they would need your passphrase, the 25th word there, to unlock the whole thing. And Market Anarchy also said, I use my ledger as a honeypot decoy device in the safe. Not a fan of that company. Yep. Timber Crasher. Morning, brother. Good morning.